a firing, man. Another coach is gone. Budenholzer was first. Another coach that went to the NBA Finals against that same coach. Think about it. Two coaches in the 2021 NBA Finals, both of them fired in the same playoffs.
You're done,
Crazy.
son.
So, Dave, all right, you picked Phoenix to win that series. You actually picked Phoenix to get out the West. All right, and their coach got
I
fired.
did.
Dang.
I did.
So, matter of fact, I think you picked Milwaukee to come out the East.
I
Didn't
did.
you?
I did.
So whoever Dave picked, beware. All right.
Now, whoever the underdog, you got to ride with Dave when he got an
I
underdog.
know.
Miami winning like
Exactly. Whoever the underdog, ride with Dave. If they the favorite, don't ride with Dave, bro. I'm just playing. All right, Dave, talk to us, man. What was your reaction? Matter of fact, was that a good move for the Suns to fire Monty Williams?
I thought about this a lot because I was shocked when I saw it happen. I wasn't expecting because you didn't really hear any rumblings about it. You didn't hear nothing in the regular season that he was in the hot seat and nothing like that. So I was shocked about it. But I thought about what happened 2 years ago in the finals when he had the questionable defense of not putting the box in one and making sure that you don't allow Giannis to get in the paint. That was questionable because you allowed this man to put a 50 on you. Bruh. And the all right, man, these comments are they go crazy in the comments right now. They go crazy. I'll address these comments at a later time. But you allow Giannis to put a 50 on you in the game 6 closeout game. And he made what 17 free throws in that game or something like that. Mm-hmm. He was like 17 to 18 from the free throw line in game 6. Then last year, game 7 at home against the Mavericks, you allow Luka Doncic to outscore your team in the first half. Not outscore Devin Booker, not outscore Chris Paul. He outscored your team in the first half, and you lose at home. Then this year, you pretty much do the same thing again. Only thing is, it wasn't game 7. It was game 6 at home against the Joker, and you're down by 30 in the first half, and you lose the game in blowout fashion. Now, I understand DeAndre Ayton didn't play. He's soft anyway, so I don't believe in him anyway. Then Chris Paul was hurt. Bruh. And then you had KD, who only played 8 games in the regular season, so you didn't really have much with him. So I get that. But as a coach, I feel like what Joe said, you were unprepared for certain situations. So in the midst of that, and if Coach Bud, who's a NBA Finals champion, and Nick Nurse, who's the Finals champion, if they can get fired, then you're not exempt. The only thing I want to know now is what's going to happen to Doc Rivers. That's all I want to know, because we'll talk about him when that topic comes up. But if these 3 are getting fired, there's no reason why Doc Rivers should still have a job. That's just me. But I think it was the right move. I first thought it wasn't, but I feel like it was. I mean, it's 3 instances where you messed up. 3 instances. And you gotta be able to execute. In this day and age, it's what have you done for me lately? And what you've done for me lately is not good. You had that one great postseason where you got to the finals, but you messed up when you got there. So you're on mute, Joe.
All right. First of all, I like Monty Williams. You know why? Your hometown kid from PG County. Went to Potomac Mills. Went to Potomac Potomac High School. All right, with the little courts that you could dunk on there. You probably could dunk on those over there. But so look, he won 62% of his games with the Suns. All right. I mean, he kind of changed the whole Phoenix Suns culture, right? They were terrible until he got there. They went 8-0 in the bubble, still didn't make the playoffs. That's how bad they were. So, but I'm not mad at the move. I disagree with Carl in the comments. Carl said I disagree. I think this is a clear scapegoat situation. You got to think about the situation. You got new ownership who did not pick him as a coach. Whenever you got new ownership, everybody's job is on jeopardy. Everybody. because he don't have his guy. Whenever you got a new GM, he always gonna get his guy. You're not his guy. He like Monty did. He went and got KD, but he didn't go get Monty Williams. So we know KD safe, right? So you gotta look at the ownership situation. Last year, they were the number 1 seed in the West, like David said, and got destroyed in Game 7. But that's not the whole story. They were up 3-2. They were up 3-2 on the same team, and they won every home game, and then dropped the last home game in the series. Same thing with this one. They won every home game and dropped the last home game in the series when they closed that game. So his last 2 closeout games look terrible. And I still remember when Monty Williams, the coach, the owner part, remember this too. They were up 3-2 on the San Antonio Spurs with the Pelicans or the New Orleans Hornets with Chris Paul, and they lost that series also, by the way, and lost the Game 7 at home. So that's probably what the owner is looking at. And Devin Booker got to take some blame for this too, obviously. But Devin Booker's a young player. Devin Booker had an awesome series, awesome season for real. I know he was hurt and everything. And you can't get rid of Devin Booker. All right. Him and KD is gonna be dangerous in the future. So something has to change. You can't go into the next season with the same situation. All right. So I'm okay with the move. So Tomo, what you think?
Man, Monty, Nick Nurse, probably Doc Rivers, but all these names, all these coaches that got fired that went to the playoffs, Wizards still got West, but it's not about the Wizards right now. It's funny that Bud only championship was against the Suns. So do you think when you look at it like that, did he catch a lucky break because he went up against Monty? Some would say yes, some would say the Bucks were just ready to play in that one. Joe, you're correct in that stance too. New ownership means, hey, I want to bring my guys in. Joe started to refuse to lose. He like, who do I want to hire? My friends. I'm not going to hire some people I really don't know. I want to work with people I know, and that's just what's going to happen. I'm surprised they didn't say, hey, Monty, you and CP3, since y'all got this great relationship, both of y'all, you're done, son. But we'll see what happens there. Also, the playoffs situation had a lot to do with it. You both of your closeout games, you lose by 30 2 years in a row. It's kind of like Groundhog's Day with that situation. But there's another Groundhog's Day situation that we're really not addressing. It's DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah.
As a coach, this player has an emotional situation going on where he really didn't want to be with the franchise, but they still gave him the money. So it's like he really was 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So it's kind of on the coach to be like, hey, I know your situation, but let's bring it in for the greater good of the team. And maybe in the offseason, we'll probably find you a place to go. That situation never got resolved either. So people probably were looking at that. We got to look at that too. Was it the right move? I mean, you got to say yes. Because if you look at the Ayton situation, the fact that you lost twice with the same results, 30 points, blowout fashion, regardless of what you did. Also, Monty waited till like CP3 got hurt to actually start using his bench more. That's another coaching indictment there. So, Carl, make sure you remember that when you say you disagree. Like he was the one that should have been doing the 8-man rotation. Remember the debate? He should have been doing that. Maybe he was listening. Well, he wasn't listening to me. I would have said 12. But yeah, new ownership, new coach. KD's there for the long run. You've seen what him and Book got. Probably build something around that. And hey, who knows? Lillard may be on his way.
And to say, and another thing to say that we're not holding players accountable. Remember, Devin Booker's in the doghouse, so I held him accountable for what he did. So he's been held accountable. But like J-Mo said, you can replace the coach, you can't replace the player.
Exactly.
Exactly. Like you have championship aspirations. You just want to got KD. You're not gonna go trade Devin Booker, and you just got KD. Like that ain't gonna make sense because then KD's gonna be like, well, there's no point in me being here anymore. He's gonna go look for another team to go to. So
when a team gets blown out in consecutive closeout games, the coach doesn't have the players prepared. All right, I'm sorry. This is how it is. You got to put that on the coach. All right, we're gonna get to the next topic, and we're gonna talk about the coach a lot. I'm pretty sure, but you can't replace Devin Booker because the coaches you can just fire them. You can find a new coach. But at the end of the day, players win championships, not the coaches. Players are more valuable at the end of the day. Somebody got to go. You can't come back with the same situation as a new owner. I'm okay with it. So let's go. All right. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.